sunny, and then I think, oh no, it's going to be rainy. It's one of those Irish sunny, rainy days. We'll take a walk towards the harbour. We thought we'd do it in here because of the rain, but the rain's okay right now. We might be lucky. We might. There's lots of it's obviously our fine sound. We've got Rory, I think, directed by his old goal, written by
That's correct.
called Buridan's Ass, which is a great title. When did you first become aware of it? When did you first kind of click in with this?
It was originally done in Buridan in about 2005.
Okay.
And I directed it, the first run of it. And it was done. It was a co-production. It was done with a Player Pint in Glasgow, and it was great. It went extremely well. And then we decided it was time to bring it back last year.
Right.
And there were a few. Steve was involved again, and a lot of tweaks of the script.
Well, we should explain. You play Mahoney. He's down on his heels, a taxidermist, Russian.
He's of Russian descent.
Okay, all right.
He's a man with strong opinions, and he's a man who's a sort of an expert in many fields. But he is obsessed with the natural world and with taxidermy,
stuffing the natural world.
Exactly. Yeah.
You mentioned youngest. He happy-go, slightly optimistically dummy, kind of not particularly. I don't know if you would say he's particularly smart, but he's certainly optimistic, and he's
certainly optimistic, and he's practical. Like Mahone,
Ernest Blades,
and Mahone will philosophize all day long.
Hey.
He likes to philosophize, and he likes to drink.
You're Irish now. Was that hard to tap into? I don't know if that was that difficult. I don't know if you had to do a lot of research on that, or
very difficult. Yeah. Very difficult to find that.
Going against the grain of your every being.
But so yes, there's this business, this taxidermy business, which is completely fallen on hard times. Nobody comes into the shop, and the last bit of work they've got is a badger, which is being stuffed, a pet badger.
Is it the badger picture? No.
Well, that's the dream. That's how it should have turned out. So there's this beautiful woman called Madame Lafayette, badger, that's been put down.
All the beautiful pet badger.
Yes. And Mahone has a soft spot. He's anxious to pursue Madame Lafayette, and the key to his seduction is to have a perfect taxidermy badger. But unfortunately, he's had a few drinks the night before, and he's made a mistake in mixing the compound, which is to preserve the badger's skin, and the badger has turned inside out.
Right.
So the last taxidermy job, and the key to Mahone's, as I say, his pursuit of the beautiful Madame Lafayette, is in ruins.
Nice.
And all he wants to do is to retreat into a sort of a state of torpor, a meditative state.
We've all been there.
Meanwhile,
you've read the Greystones Open Forum, right?
Meanwhile, Blades is keen to try and save the day. And he hits upon this great plan. Well, you're
not giving anything away.
There's no spoilers. The great plan is that the best thing to do is play for time, and they've got some animal parts in the freezer. They're going to do a big dinner. So that's as far as I'll take you in terms of spoilers.
Now there's two interesting things here. Obviously the term and then the play itself. Firstly with the term, this is Jean Buridan, 14th century French philosopher, who kind of recognised, which others had before him, Aristotle and all the rest, that the idea of an ass, starving ass, caught between equal distance between a bale of hay and some water, may just not make that decision quick enough to survive. He may just keep on being drawn between the two.
That's correct,
right.
and that is the great metaphor for Mahone's psychic crisis.
Right.
When he has to make a decision, he just goes into this Buridan's ass state, where he becomes completely.
I've been there too. I've been there, yeah.
Completely.
That the ass thing comes into my mind a lot.
Completely paralysed into inactivity, and. So yeah, that's where the title comes, and it's peppered with this, as well as lots of lovely little stories about the natural world. It's full of real gems, because Steve is a student of natural history.
all the other sort of elements to it are there. It's not like he just hit upon this as a device. This is coming from the heart, really.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So you get stories about the mating rituals of turbot, and it goes from fish to the amazing stories out in the desert about the rare Arabian oryx,
Right.
and the death of Mahone's father. So it's like a ripping yarn, really. It takes you all over the place. And there's another exotic woman comes into it called Pearl Kite.
Nice.
She is an exotic dancer, and
Fire.
she has a pet civet, and you'll learn an awful lot.
What the hell is a civet?
Civet is a member of the weasel family.
He's hanging out.
You've got two women, both, one with a badger, one with a civet,
Right.
both being pursued by Mahone.
I'm glad he chose a weasel and a badger. Could have got very kind of Austin Powers there for a minute.
Yes.
What I did, young Mr. Platy, born in his failed taxidermy career, but in between he worked as a political. That's
He did, yeah.
started putting the
And that's where he started to put some of these stories together.
indifferent to the fact.
I know he's very enthusiastic about it. He came over we're actually playing France, we're taking to Avignon. We're taking to Avignon in November.
Right.
And Steve, who lives in the wilds of Burgundy, he's going to come down with some of his stuffed animals. When we did it in 2005, instead of a royalty for his work, we'd rented a tiger's head from a company called Historic Interiors. And Steve bought the tiger's head with his royalty, and so hopefully we'll have that back in the capital for Avignon.
We should talk about your career. I don't know whether you started, maybe was it over in Druids that you first began your stuff, or your own history?
Began back in the early 80s with Project, the days of Project with Michael Scott Bent,
Right.
and then with the Abbey, like the famous Michael Bogdanov Hamlet in the early 80s. And then I did work with Druid. I did a few plays with Druid and overlapped. I got to know Steve when I was working with Druid. Again, that would have been in the mid 80s.
Right.
And then lots of things since with the Gate. And then I did an awful lot of plays with the Gate. And then in 1999, when myself and Kelly Campbell set up Bewley's Cafe Theatre.
Ah, okay.
And so I ran it for the first 5 years, I think.
People sort of refer to it as a great kind of, it's like Radio 4 or something. It's like a great breeding ground for works to come to fruition and then hopefully take flight, and before you know it, it's touring.
Absolutely. It's a great Dublin institution now. So it's coming up to nearly 20 years, which is extraordinary.
So this feels like forever too, though. I wouldn't know when it started.
And it's actually in exile at the moment because, as you know, Grafton Street Beauty is being refurbished, and the Cafe Theatre is in the Power Court, just down a block away in the Power Court Centre. So it's had 2 years in exile, but happily the audience come across and come with us.
Nice.
The grand opening of the cafe will be next month. And
Refurbished.
the theatre won't be back there until the spring.
We should just finish up, I guess, with very happily involved with the choir, which I find to be one of the best that happens on the town. Very lucky that we're sort of a lot of things are very common. You have long a theatre of any sort, and the idea that beyond some pub rock that you have options to go and see plays and dancers and all sorts of different I've noticed it takes time wine is about, you can buy 10 bottles of wine for €1, and you've got a TV bigger than most movie screens, and people just have become very comfortable in that, and that simple, mantra I have now, that it's well in front hands with the living. It's a different kind of experience to watching even good stuff like Stranger Things and all those many great shows, but there's something about being in a room with other people, and it sort of elevates the work, it elevates the room, it elevates your night. And I would think this is a great example of Ross McFarlane trying to people know this is what we have now. We can do this. We can go out for a different kind of night and have a different sensation in the morning. And I'm sure from an acting point of view, there's quite a few. There's some out now finally in the town.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I mean, as you say, that's what I do, a lot of small scale touring theatre, and it's something that people really enjoy. And sometimes it's in non-theatre venues like country houses and what have you, like the Dorian Gray. That's been in all kinds of different venues.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're all about. That's what we enjoy, is getting a number of people in a room, whether it's theatre, music. I think what Ross has set up is absolutely terrific, and the space is great. And there's nothing like the live experience. There really isn't. And to see, whether it's a comedy or a gothic masterpiece, we had a great time with studio space. It's a lovely, intimate space. It can do cabaret, it can do theatre, it can do jazz, it can do film showings. There's a beautiful bar, and it gets people out.
Sure.
It gets people, as you say, gets reconnecting with living.
Live be on Facebook apparently.
Yeah.
I'd say we'd probably get close in number to how many swimmers would be here too then.
Yeah, well there must be at least 10.
Okay, well that's enough.
10 busy working
that's enough
actors.
for a good night out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us now, you need a bit of Marmite, something like that. Yeah. That's good to know. We'll try and confirm the names and the addresses.
Yes.
No.
All the Greystone actors are a particularly racy crowd.
I'd say.